Printer problems. This is my first day back from vacation. It is, it's always a little bit getting back into gear. Today we are doing this like really cool, like kind of samurai oni face with some flowers in there. A little trick you can do to make sure the stencil is pressed against the skin in every area is you can take a razor, leave the cap on, just do one of these. Damn, that fits really nice.
What's up, party people? I'm just over here watching Jonathan tattoo.
What do you think about this so far, Alex?
A lot of purple.
Hold on, guys. We're about to get an opinion
From the doctor.
We're about to get Alex's perspective. That's like a whole Alex's perspective.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alex is a master of nothing.
Master of puppets, some would say.
What, you were the puppet and your dad was a puppeteer?
That's a joke about my dad having sex with me.
No, I just mean like he would ragdoll you.
Oh. We went two different directions. I think the tattoo's pretty mid. If I were to power rank it out of 10, probably give it a solid 3.
What about out of 100?
Probably an 87. No, actually, it's a really fucking sick piece. It's cool to see John not do castles. Genuinely, it's a very sick tattoo. It's always, is this a back-to-back?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a good choice.
Well, you heard it here first.
Is that what type of mask? Is that Hanya? Or is it the other one?
So it's like a samurai mixed with like an oni mask.
Oni, that's what it's called. Did you hurt your elbow, John?
What?
Did you hurt your elbow?
Yeah, doesn't it look weird on my black arm?
Yeah, it looks gross.
When I skin it, it just gets blacker.
Yeah. What did you do? Did you fall, dude?
Yeah. And bro, so we're like in Lahal's house and he has a fucking well in his house.
You fell down the well.
Like a well, and he put like this huge piece of glass over it. Like
Sure.
literally like the movie The Ring.
So you can see right there.
Identical.
Yeah.
No, it's like stairs into the well.
Gotcha.
But like there was water on the floor, and the French people, they don't like you to like leave the lights on.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
walking around in a dark house.
Yeah.
And I like slide on the floor and my elbow rubs against the wall and everything's made out of stone. I didn't like fall to the ground, but I did like one of these.
Yeah. Caught yourself.
Yeah. And then I didn't tell anyone.
Were you embarrassed?
No, it's just like,
Ashamed.
what am I gonna run in, wake Dev up and be like, yeah. So Alex, these are, entertaining, but also educational videos about tattooing. What can you educate the people on?
So I've been around tattoos for a few years now, and even though I don't tattoo, I've been able to pick up some knowledge. So for those at home watching, this purple thing is called a stencil.
Okay, nice.
You see this blue and red up here? That is what the masters call freehand. John was doing that to kind of getting into an artist's mind to really cap off the piece, if you will. To really make sure that the flow of the shoulder and the natural roundness that the body has, is portrayed correctly with this beautiful piece of art. If we look down here towards the elbow, where John's working right now, it comes down nice and poignant. This is, again, to go with the natural flow of the body. When we talk about sleeves, we really want to be talking about flow. What is flow?
What is it?
Flow is when we go with the natural composition of the body. So my elbow comes
I've learned
down.
a few words in the tattoo industry, and if I keep repeating them,
I sound
maybe you'll
smart.
think I know something.
So some would say contrast. Some would say 3RL. You know, what's the difference? I say there isn't one. You know? Rotary versus coil, what's the difference? There's none. It's a tattoo. That guy's getting his head tattooed, if you look over there. That's Joe Casale. Some would say one of the greatest artists of our generation. That guy over there is getting his arm tattooed. That's Nate Miller. Another one of the greatest artists of our generation. This guy over here, getting his arm tattooed, getting tattooed by John Nelson. Pretty mid. Why do you think flow is so important in a tattoo, John?
Don't give me some dumbass question like that.
All
But
right,
I'll
fine.
tell you about the tattoo.
I'll ask him a
So,
real question.
If Fritz looks right here. So the bottom of the tattoo is pretty simple. You know, I just kind of have this cut here. It lays us up for this flower. You know, when choosing references, because like this particular piece is a mashup of like tons of different references, you have to make sure all the references you put in have the same light source. It's like the most common mistake I see in like the realism artists. I think it's fine to mash stuff up and like to take reference photos. I mean, obviously if you're gonna do things that are realism, you need a realistic reference or a photograph. So that's great, you know, use your photographs, use your references, get them in there, but make sure they all have the same light source. That's like the tall tale sign. If you see a realism piece and it doesn't have the same light source, you know, it's pretty easy to tell. So, you know, I have the light coming down on his nose. This is a little bit in front, so it's coming down in the back. These flowers up here are light, all matching that same light source, you know? So even though it's a bunch of different pictures, as I put them in, I'm either giving them the same light source or I am altering them to have the same light source. Very important. We'll probably get copyrighted for that sound.
No shot.
So we are done for today on this back-to-back piece. Made some good progress. We're just kind of like letting it bleed out a little bit. I figured a good stopping point would just be on this like edge of the nose. It'll be easy to line up tomorrow. So we have our flower done, this nice fade into kind of this flow piece we have right here. Got a little bit of the back done, and tomorrow we're gonna work on the eyes, the forehead, the helmet, and the cap. And let me have you stand up. We'll get a better look at this. Still getting a little used to the time change. You probably are too.
Yeah.
We're still on European time. It's midnight in my mind. Well, no, it's way later than that.
Yeah.
It's probably like 2 or 3 in the morning in my head. A little less talkative today.
Yeah.
You wouldn't shut the fuck up. All right, let's take a look at this. Maybe get some light on it. That's the thing, I guess, about being a tattooer. You gotta just be able to do it whenever you want. All right, so we got this nice transition here. I really like how that came out. It's almost like a blade or like a part of the armor or a ribbon. I just liked this, this transition piece here with this dark part of the flower. We kept this nice and light, so we have that contrast, kind of break it up. And that was a simple pattern I kind of followed with the flow point, like dark, medium, light, dark, medium. Kind of come back, it made sense to me. We have this flower here that I just kind of cut in half, this dark down here, light up here to kind of keep this light sources, over here in the middle. And then these leaves create the shadow there, so that looks good. Some smoky stuff, and we got this nice face popping out. The features that I want to stick out, like the nose and the teeth, I am keeping light. I'm gonna have nice highlights on there just to really draw them out from this darkness. We do have a lot of darkness going on. I did this on purpose. I wanted the piece to be very full. I'll probably come back and even add some blacks in some certain parts. I worked on this back part of the arm a lot today, but the back-to-backs, like for me, this part of the arm is tough to work on, honestly, especially up here. So I try to knock that out the first day. It makes your life a little easier on the second day. Like this spot is very easy to work in. This spot's very easy to work in. Here I might have to like lay them down. The skin's just a little bit different. Great session for today. I'd like to make sure we get like that 50% done so I know that I can match it tomorrow. We'll be smooth sailing. So we'll call it a night on that. I'll wrap them up and we'll get into it tomorrow.